about straight lines. I'm going to go through this stuff to start with, just because I think it's a nice lead into it. Alright, length of a line. Oh, it says as investigated. We haven't investigated at all. But this was also previous. I have done it. We can use Pythagoras' theorem to find the length of any line between two points. Okay, so if I have this coordinate here, x1, y1, and I have this coordinate here, x2, y2, then I can find the length of this line by using Pythagoras' theorem. Can you all see that? No? I can totally say it. Here's a coordinate x1, y1. So I'm using these general terms. This is my first x coordinate, this is my first y coordinate. Okay, maybe I should back up a few steps. All having the coordinates there is an x and a y, yes? Hannah? So yes, coordinates x, y. So this is the first coordinate, x1, y1. This is another coordinate, x2, y2. Doesn't matter where they're sitting on the axis. I can draw a line joining them up, and I can form a right angle triangle. Can we see that I can form a right angle triangle from that? Yes? Do we remember Pythagoras' theorem?
Yeah.
What is it?
A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
So if this here, oh, fine. This here, is that a squared plus b squared equals c squared? No, c squared.
That's c squared plus b squared equals a squared.
Okay, so what would my Pythagoras theorem rule be for this?
C squared plus b squared equals a squared.
Okay, so you're all happy that the hypotenuse has to be your the one it's equal to, yes? Okay, that was just a first check. Someone will get it right, but that's okay. So we know that we can find that length of that line as long as we can work out what this red length, the length of the red line is, and the length of the blue line. Well, let's think about how we form, or how we would plot a coordinate. We plot this coordinate here by finding x2 on this axis, correct? And y2 on that axis. Yeah?
This is z.
Pardon?
This is z. Or is it like a triangle with an
That's an x2 and a y2.
Are you talking about like? Okay, it's a little bit confusing.
Oh, I'm hearing you, sister. This forms a z. None of that makes
but
sense.
like, are you like? Is the x squared belonging to that line that's red? Never mind, I got it. Just ignore me.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So I don't wish to ignore you.
I also want to picture the line down and x squared and
It's not y squared, it's x2. That's how we plot this point. We found x2 on this axis, y2, and then we plotted our coordinate.
Oh,
You hear me, sister? Because that's what I mean. That's how we plot the coordinate. Yes? Yeah. Alright, similarly, this would be x1. Correct, I know. Oh, I use the wrong colours now. And this here would be y1. Yes? Just here. Yeah? Any suggestions, therefore, if I know that this is x2 and this is x1, any suggestions how I might find this length, or this measurement? I love it. x2 subtract x1. Do we see that? If this value here is x2, and this value here is x1, if I want to know the length of this line, I'm just going to subtract one from the other. I hear you, sister. However, no. Is it because this is in the negative side? What does it make no difference? Alright, if I had this line here, okay, this is 7. I won't draw the actual line now. Here's my thing. This value is 7 and this value is 2. How do I know what this measurement here is? Is that better?
Yeah.
Sam's shaking her head.
Just like 2 big lines on that, so that you have yours.
Yeah, if this is 7 and this is 2, then that would be 7 subtracted, yeah?
Are we trying to find Y2 or Y1?
We're trying to find this.
It's in between 2 and 7.
Measurement,
The line
yeah.
is between 2 and 7.
So we're trying to find the length of this line here, this long blue line. So if I know that this is called x2, but this is called x1, to find this length, I would subtract one from the other. This blade with this 7 and 2, I'm sure you're all happy that that's 5. And we get that by doing 7 subtract 2. Yes? Now, whether it goes into the negative side, because this is a set of axes, these are x and y. So whether it goes into the negative or not, you would still subtract. Because when we end up subtracting a negative value, what do? We add it on, yes? So it would be there. Okay, we're good? Stay there. No, I hear you. It's because, and the tricky thing is, we want to try and use these general coordinates because I don't want to use different numbers just because they are all x values and they are all y values. So that's just how it's normally written. All right. Similar principle. If this was x2 and this was x1, this length was x2 subtract x1. How am I going to describe this baby here? Y2 subtract y1, yes? People are happier because of the other one. Yeah? Alright, so all of these general letters can be a bit confusing when we get to actually numerical values and actual numbers. It's a lot easier. So, if that's that measurement, we can now set ourselves up a formula. We would have y2 minus y1, and we would square that. We would add on x2 minus x1, and square that. And then we would take the square root of it. To find the length of the line. Why do we need to square root it, Tanya?
I have a question.
Oh. But you answered, I think. Why do we square root it if we want the length of the line? What's Pythagoras' theorem say?
So 1 squared and the square root. Because we just have a and b, not a squared and b squared.
Well, we're actually just trying to find c, aren't we? Okay, so because we're trying to find c on its own, we would have to square root whatever value we want. Okay, again, if I'd asked you to find the length or length of the line using Pythagoras' theorem, you would have automatically square rooted it as your final set, but seeing it looking like this, perhaps freezing some of you out. Okay? No, because if I had 10 squared plus 10 squared, what's 10 squared? Okay, so that's going to be root 200. It's not just going to be, that's not, the answer is 40. Yeah? Have it? Yes. It's not 20. Okay? We're all like freaked out because those are letters and numbers. Totally don't stress. You don't have to write anything yet. You don't have to write anything. So, it says, find the length of the line joining 2, 7, negative 1, 3. My suggestion to you is that you write x1, y1 and x2, y2 above the coordinates. The reason I suggest that you do that is because sometimes people try and do shortcuts and get a bit lazy, and then they start for example, doing y1 take away x1 instead of x2 take away x1. Okay, so they focus on a coordinate rather than the each individual parts. So if I was to find the length of this line, I would have the square root of what's y2? R3. And y1 is 7, yeah? And we're squaring that.
What if you do that? What if you put the x squared?
That would be the x coordinate. Because our x is always come first in the coordinate.
Why is x on the bracket?
Because that's y1.
Oh, you said y, I thought you meant. So like why is 3 taking, why is 7 taking why is it different?
Okay, okay, but let's go through this example. Then I will switch mine, and I will show you get the same answer. Okay. So we're labeling them x1, y1, x2, y2. So following our formula, y2 take away y1, we've got 3 subtract 7. Plus, open up a bracket. What have we got then? Careful. -1 subtract 2. Now, the order is important in that you need to be consistent. So, because we started with this value here, we have to start with this value here. Otherwise it messes it up. So I'm going to show you completely switching them in a minute and you'll get the same answer. But if you only switch one of them, then it starts to go wrong. Okay, you all happy with that? So I'm going to relabel this x2, y2 and x1, y1. And I'm going to show you that you get the same answer. Because sometimes people say, well, does it matter which one's 2 and 1? It doesn't, as long as you're consistent with it. So, as I said, because we started with this y coordinate, we subtracted this one, then we have to start with this one and subtract this one. Okay?
Will x always be the first one?
Yes, because in a coordinate, the x comes first. Okay, if I was to tell you the coordinate 2, 5, and said what's the x part, you would have to tell me 2. Okay?
So the answer is the first value is the x.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get a length of the line, we're not even going to get a coordinate. Sorry. How do you mean in the answer? Okay. Hang on, we haven't got that yet.
We got 5.
Good job. Tanya, I'm putting out fires here, Alexis.
Do we always add?
Yes, always add, because you will always be finding the hypotenuse from the nature of the question. Okay, so we will always be finding the hypotenuse for these questions. Other Pythagoras questions, no, sometimes you'll be subtracting. Okay, but these ones, yes, always add. Okay, so 3 subtract 7 is 4.
-4.
17. -4. 3 subtract 7 is -4. And we have to square that. Plus, -1 take away 2. -3. Now, I've kept mine in brackets. Really, really important that you don't make mistakes here. If you left it without your brackets and you tried to chuck this in your calculator, obviously, if they were real numbers, you would be doing that, more likely. If you put -4 squared in your calculator without any brackets, it will tell you it's a negative value. Okay, so please don't, make sure you have brackets. We know that -4 multiplied by -4 is positive 16. Plus 9.
Why does it do that?
Because it follows bed math. So if you have -4 squared, your calculator will do the 4 squared first and then make that negative. You might have that in. Okay, so it follows, that's why it does it. It follows the question. Which we all know is okay? Just yes? Square root. Toast. So
you define the length of the
length of the line between those 2 points.
wait, we saw that one?
Well, of these 2 coordinates. So if I want to know the length of the line between those coordinates, it would be a 5 unit long. Full of interesting facts. Do you want me to switch them around just so you believe me? That it doesn't matter which order? Okay, I'll just read. The order isn't important. Well, labelling them, the order that you label them isn't important. So you can have this as 1 and 2, or this is 1 and this is 2, but you just have to be consistent with which one you start with, if you like. I don't know how to say it. I'm saying bad things. Alright, so I'm now going to start here with 7 subtract 3, and then 2 subtract -1. Okay, so I've totally switched the order. So, but I'm still following y2 subtract y1, and x2 subtracts x1. So I then get 4 squared plus 3 squared still 5. Okay? Yes? Alright? So find the length of the line joining these 2 coordinates. So you guys have to go at that first.